Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Sooners will boot it away to start the game. He'll call for the fair catch here. The offense set for a first down play. The give to the lone running back. At the 35, he's got room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. At the 35, he's loose. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Florida State.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking downfield, it's Pope. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Touchdown, Florida State. Reeled it in and just made the house call. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They want to run it left here. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. The give to the back. At midfield, he's got room. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
And the Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Florida State.
Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on first down.
29 Philly.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Extending the play. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
The incompletion brings up a second down. Here's the handoff. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Dropping back, it's Pope. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Off-play action on 1st down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied 7-7.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Santos. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
Running behind that left side. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, no! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He'll bring it out. It's Goff. Rolling the dice and bringing it out of the end zone did not pay off. He's out of bounds at the 19. comes the Oklahoma offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. The give to the tailback. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Oh, I bet the QB is steaming because he did an awesome job. He drops back, and he can tell he's got the matchup he wants on the outside. He's got an open receiver, throws it to him. Great ball right through his hands. Missed opportunity for a big play. Missed opportunity for a touchdown.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! What a catch and run for 6. Lining up for the PAT. Smashes it through for the PAT. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. The fair catch called for and made. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
2nd down coming up. Dropping back, it's Pope. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that pass is intercepted. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Finds his back in the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. To the ground with the back. He's there to make the stop.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. He's got his man. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. The Sooners want to move quickly. The give on the inside. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
The Sooners line it up with a 1st and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. The option look. Now the pitch. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll run the option. Quick toss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They come to the line of scrimmage full of guts, passing on the field goal attempt that would give them the lead and going for the touchdown on 4th down. Now the play fake. They got him. The pressure got home, and the defense makes sure this drive comes up empty. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Now on 2nd down. To the air, it's Pope. Gets it out fast. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. He wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Buying some time as he moves left. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Back to the air one more time. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You sort of get the feeling here in the second half of the game tied. It very easily could come down to which of these two quarterbacks has the football last. Bit of a blown opportunity there on 3rd down with that incompletion. This guy's going to have to lock in for the remainder of the game.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. First down for this offense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Scanning the field, it's Pope. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. The Sooner offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Now on 2nd and short. Handoff from the gun. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
They'll try the run. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. He looks that one in nicely. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
With jet sweep pass. Past the 45. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the 2nd level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
Quick release on the RPO. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Sooners have moved it inside the 20. Power football with the run. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And that was a nice 2nd down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Running back searching for a hole. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Here comes the option. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep it from getting the first down? A tie game here. Touchdown Sooners! And they've moved out front here on the 4th. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team out there getting set. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. And the Noles look to keep this drive humming. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. On the run, fires downfield. Finds a man on the right. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They'll try the running game off the right tackle. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
To the air. It's Pope. Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's caught! Touchdown, Seminoles! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Goff. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Give to the running back. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at 13.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run. It makes the defense. See if you can just get him out of his spot.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Man, oh man, the offensive line probably just swelled up a little bit, relying on them on that type of 4th down play.
Oh, and in that kind of situation, if you're the back, there can be no hesitation. You know you can't be dancing around. If you see the crease, you've got to put your foot in the ground and go get it, and he did it right there.
Safe completion on the screen. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the gun, running back on the move. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up.
And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now, they need to pick up just a few more yards here to get within the kicker's range, David.
No doubt, Reese. We got to take care of the football, but we're trying to get as many yards as we can. Jesse, let's make this thing as easy as possible on our kicker.
You're right. And listen, you've got some time, too, so you don't got to panic here. Just pick the right play and go execute.
Great spot to attack there. Right off the turnover, try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
Leaves it with the running back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25.
Oh, 42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Ravens.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
Right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Around the end, it's Lopez. Smashes through. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War chant is going full throat. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Sooners will put total leather to crank us up. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. A first down for the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to throw, it's Pope. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponents.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a
Oklahoma.
Got to put every yardage you can and help out the offense. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He'll keep it himself. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Some misdirection with the counter. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Sooners with the 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
They'll leave it with him. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Going up top on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jordan. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Going to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Back to throw, it's Pope. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Fresh set of downs after the completion. The give from the gun. And the ball's on the ground. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. The Noles are in the hurry up.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Wide receiver shows motion. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he just flat ran over it. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. First down to start the drive after the break.
Lasso, Ringo. Lizzie.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They've been running it, but now the pass. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26.
Moves. 691. Gators far. Longer. Gaucho. Tuna.
Looking to pass. It's Pope. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Wow, what a big play. And how about the hit-stick tackle right there? That's one this offense is going to remember.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Bringing it back. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football.
Going deep. And it's caught inside the 30. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
And the Sooners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Ball in the air, intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, and made the big play.
Handoff to the single running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're trying to get some breathing room from deep in their own territory. At the 20, he's got space. And Bobby Bowden built this program. High-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those teams fly.
Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15. The run to the left. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. To the air, it's Pope. Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Quarterback checking off. He's looking to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the pass hits, picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They'll go to the ground. And into the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Yeah, he Coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down.
And more yards after contact. Running toward the tape. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They'll throw it from the red zone. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Looking to throw, it's Pope. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, no! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll run it on first and goal. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's looking for a man on second down. And he's got it! Touchdown, Seminoles!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Buys a little time with his feet. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. At the 45 on his way. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away.
Set to kick this one away.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if...
And he breaks into the open. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Finds a crease at the 20. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
The run from the shotgun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Second down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Green 25. Yankee blue. Yankee blue. Timber.
Looking for a man. It's Pope. Lets it fly. And that pass intercepted. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
He'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback.
Touchdown, Oklahoma! And that one will give them the lead. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move it.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Second down coming up.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing second and long from the 19. Off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, that quarterback is really lucky that that ball wasn't intercepted. You should never throw the ball back across your body. I think because of the pressure, he felt like he had to do something quickly with the football, but that was almost a very bad play.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Didn't get quite as much as they had hoped out of that one, and the offense will be in business. I think they're going to mark it around the 40-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Skips away from pressure. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Took a shot as he threw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, on offense, you're trying to catch him napping on third and long. You try to run the football, but good job by the defense not being fooled and giving themselves an opportunity now to get the ball back.
Yeah, and you got to do a better job not getting in third and long. Offense has to be better on first and second down, so you're not forced in these fourth down situations where now you're in limbo of what you want to do.
And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking for a man. It's Pope. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off.
Terrier. Longer.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Listen. Gaucho. Double right.
They'll throw it on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Oklahoma 21, Florida State 14.
He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He'll do it himself. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
Getting some heat. The throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Goes to the option. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Can anyone catch him? Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. Offense gets set for second down. The handoff, keep working on that clock. At the 35, he's open. All kinds of running room. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown Sooners! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well.
Afterburners coming. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Seminoles want to pick up the tempo.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down.
Check, check. Lion.
To the air, it's Pope. Unloads to the wideout. For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
This